and Uber. And I love the discussion there. Like everything you was talking about just reminded me of, I'm old enough to remember when a trip to Radio Shack was an exciting thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was back in the day, and it's a lot of fun to reminisce. The best thing about the holidays is you start to remember, like as a kid, you know, sort of what were your fondest memories. And I know it was always pretty cool, like when sometimes your parents would take you, like I was never getting something for my older brother when I was really young, but like we'd go to the mall, and I'd be like with my dad, and I'd get to be shopping for my older brother.
Yep.
And like he's a nerd, is probably a bigger nerd than I am, and you'd go into Radio Shack and pick out something, and you'd feel like you were giving a gift, even though like my dad was paying for it because I didn't have Jack. But yeah, like it's fond memories, man. I love it. And look, the market isn't doing a whole lot, so I don't know. Like volume's pretty low. I think it's foolish for anybody to overtrade. There is something worth watching here. We'll have a little bit of a Bitcoin 100,000 watch party. It's an outside chance, but it's still creeping. We're 98 half here. So it's certainly possible that you could get like a Santa Claus rally into 100,000 Bitcoin. I mean, the Nasdaq got to 22,000 almost clean here. There's the ES, but like we almost got to 22,000 clean with a little bit of a pullback. So overall, it's been a fantastic day. Like as far as I'm concerned, it's about as bullish as you're going to get. I'm not in any positions left at this point. Like almost everything I was looking at pulled back. But yeah, let's have a little bit of fun this afternoon. You know, take it easy. Don't overtrade. If you were long this morning, you should have probably had a pretty good day this morning. You know, and that's what it's all about here. So let's have a little bit of fun. That 100,000, it bears watching, but it's been resistance for a hot minute, everybody. So maybe Bitcoin is going to give us a bit of a Christmas present.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, look, we just got out of Palantir right here. We tried to buy that 82. This is our very, very last trade that we had made, and we got long there at 82. Got some out at 82.30s. 82 had changed, and when we finally broke it, we got out. Normally I'll wait for that spot there. Like it only went down a quarter. Like it didn't go down that much, but Palantir does break the backs. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our last little hour before the holidays officially start. And then we get one day off and come right back. So we'll be back there on the 26th, of course. So, hey, look, if there's any questions, I think we're going to have to try to have something a little bit of fun here on the afternoon show. So if there's any questions, comments, or anything like that, hit us up. So Uber's just hitting here on a scanner, but it's not. Now that I see what it's doing, it's just because it's bouncing here off VWAP. So 61.50. It's just telling me that it's kind of close to VWAP right here. And so, yeah, not much happening, but Uber right now looking like it may want to be that play to the downside here, down 0.5% with the market up 1%. So definitely something to look for there. But that's that's going to be a little bit of a play. And then if there's any other names, maybe we'll have to look at some more movers, right? Like that RGTI that we brought to you guys this morning when we talked to you guys. But yeah, more quantum names. I still like Apple. Apple at all-time highs there, 257, 258 and going. So yeah, lots to talk about here this afternoon.
Okay, I just realized I got to make sure I am in the right.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I'll open it up. There, that's better. I had both of them open. And I just realized I was about to respond in the wrong one. So you've got a lot of things running. Sean was just talking about like runners and movers. So I'd be remiss not to point out that AVGR, Avengers Assemble. You try to do what you can. I cannot wait till my daughter wants to actually watch the Avengers movie so I can go through the entire thing with her. That'd be a lot of fun. But I'll halt on AVGR, 158. TAP is 157. It closed at 157. It was just 158. This is multiple halts. It's just trying to get back into VWAP. So there's a few things trying to go. I thought there was maybe a chance, and we talked about this earlier this morning, that maybe GameStop would be on the way for a late break, and maybe you get a squeeze play through that 32 quarter. Well, it's volume dead at VWAP, going sideways. So maybe there's something else there. Universal Codes is saying maybe look at Palantir. I think you just mentioned it. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's a there, for lack of a better term. Like, it was a breakout trade. It was a not hold of VWAP. Merry Christmas, Sharif. And now you're right back. I mean, at least you're over the breakout. You're over resistance from yesterday, so maybe it's a mean revert. but volume continuing to taper off there. I feel like if you trade something, I'd rather be looking at like a parabolic mover that has a chance to really do something. Otherwise, in this low volume environment with 15 minutes to go, like treat it like power hour, but then also holiday volume. Like you want something that's going to have a little bit of juice to it. So if you see something else that's moving, I know AVGO was a strong one, but I just heard in my ear another small cap. I think it was a halt on Bree, if that's how you pronounce it, BREA. I don't know the name of the company. This one I don't like necessarily for the obvious reason. Like, yeah, it's going, but if you can't stay open more than a minute or two, it doesn't depend on trading very well. But yeah, this is another halter. Maybe it's going to do some power moves. BREA. Keep them coming because there seems like a lot of them. Bizarre AI saying hour was one. I know that was a Sharif name. Yeah, this could be something. Off of VWAP, the $5 level. This could be worth watching. 88 million shares worth of volume versus that BREA had what, like one or two, a couple million shares in volume? I think this is going to be a little more liquid. If it can hold on to the 5 level, maybe there's a trade in there on hour. Still putting in some higher lows as we speak. Yeah, this one might be worth a watch.
Dara?
So here's some details for that BREA. The company's name is Brera Holdings. And around 11:30, it's interesting, we didn't really get much volume until right now. Around 11:30 here, they announced that they have the 3-step plan to acquire a 52% stake in Serie B club Gustavia. Basically, they're going to be integrating it into this multi-club model to drive value creation. Either way, they expect the initial 22% of their total 52% stake to be acquired by December 31st, 2024. And they're looking for majority control of the company by March 2025. So BREA acquiring a company here. Again, though, interesting, we did not really get that volume until pretty recently. Only about 4.6 million shares traded on this so far, of a total float of 4.52 million shares. Market cap at 12.25 mil. Float here of 3.5%. Back to you guys.
Yeah, 3 small name there. And obviously, be careful. You always want there to be liquidity in what you're trading. And especially on a day like today, like the last thing you want is get caught like in the wrong direction in a squeeze. Or just like in something where there wasn't an upside to what you might have as a downside part of the trade. So yeah, we were looking at a few things that are trying to move here. I see a few people said like hour saved their day. Yeah, I mean, it was the stock of the hour this morning. Like, it's a very good trend. It's holding VWAP. I think there's a lot of places you could have gone for strength, but don't forget, like, you pick a chip name with maybe don't pick AMD. So pick a chip name that's not AMD, and I think you would have done really well this morning as well with an AMD or Broadcom, I should say. AVGO, and we were singing a lot of praises for this stock this morning. What was it? Batman, right?
Yeah.
So the new, I don't know who made this up, so if you think it's lame, don't at me. It's just on social media. Okay. The new, instead of Mag 7, it's now 8, and you add an AVGO and you Broadcom, and you call them Batman. Great. I like Broadcom, but it dumped right away. Just like AMD, it dumped off the open. Sometimes this happens when you get a strong push up the last couple of days. But here's the difference. This is trending back up after that dump, and it's up 3%. AMD dumped, I would argue, a little bit worse, and it's underneath yesterday's high and now barcoding underneath. So and I'm going to go over this on AMD, and I know I show this channel trade on AMD a lot, but the reason being, when the stock is in a move like this, and it's not going to happen today, so don't even worry about it, but certainly later this week, into the new year, at some point, if this can close above this downward channel, which here's the close above, and it gives you this potential breakout, but then it doesn't follow through. So it gives you the distinct close above, and then cannot break that prior high. You want that consolidating above the trend line, then breaking out above the trend line. If AMD can do that, I think we see a move to the 200 period, and then that's a good swing opportunity. But otherwise, let AMD do what it's been doing, which is when it gets to the top, look for shorts. When it gets to the bottom of the channel, look for longs. And why not? I think you can do that until it breaks out of this channel. And if you've been doing it, I think the scalps have been pretty easy. Like the last couple of days were good longs because it was bouncing off the bottom of the channel. And then today probably should have been a short, but we were bullish to the long side on AMD, which I think was the right thing to do. Mike Davis, AVGO, and then Netflix are in litigations.
Ooh.
Well, I know what the other thing Netflix is in. My Good Books.
Yes, I'm liking Netflix.
That's where it is. There's a new good show called
what is it?
Black Doves.
Oh,
it's with Bennett like Beckham, Keira Knightley.
Ooh.
It's like a spy show, really good. It's got the guy that played Q, the young Q in the new James Bonds, and then Keira Knightley. Yeah, so if you're into like British spy kind of stuff, yeah, it's pretty good. We'll watch it, and my wife liked it as well. So yeah, why not? And Netflix is at triple top all-time highs. I'll take that.
Why not?
All-time highs are good. We like them.
All right. For sure. Some of you guys talking about some names. I mean, so Rigetti right now is at VWAP. So I think that this, if you are in this name and you're thinking about it right now with only 45 minutes to go, there will still be the imbalances that will come through, but not until 12:45 or 12:50, sorry. So that will come through, but we still have New York imbalances to look at. And some of these ones from Nasdaq don't mean anything because they're just, left over. So we'll have to just try to focus on the ones that say BRKR. And right now, there's not much on there. I'm not expecting a whole heck of a lot. But if you're still in Rigetti, this is not a horrible spot right now. Coming back into VWAP, if you like the stock, you like the stock. And this one right here isn't horrible for where we're looking at right now for RGTI. Looks like it does want to fade out into that spot there for VWAP. So just a quick little look there at Rigetti. Could be a spot there to look at moving forward. I was just trying to see about Nvidia because Nvidia is coming down into 140 as well. We just bounced off that level. We went long on Palantir instead of Nvidia. Looks like Nvidia would have been the one to do that with, as it's apparently holding right now. So that's going to be, again, a level to look at for Nvidia. But that RGTI, only because that just came in. So right here at VWAP off of these levels, this is not looking that bad. Someone in the chat said BTCT as well if Bitcoin gets going. Now 99,000. We'll have a quick look at that. We've talked about, I spoke to you guys earlier on in the day about where I thought Bitcoin could go. And it's when we talked about it breaking, again, that 96 right off the jump. And, again, in missed trade opportunity of the day, again, was right there, taking out that high. There it is, 96.3. So we had said that as soon as we broke through the 50-period moving average, or the 200-period moving average right there, it would be something that we'd want to look at. So we did that with Bitcoin, but there it goes, right into these highs again. So could we bounce off 100? Yeah. I mean, we most recently dip bought a couple of days ago. We talked about this one. We bought two things on Fed Day. We bought diamonds at the end of the day, which is the Dow Jones 30, and then we also bought Bitcoin, which filled us that night as we were sleeping at 94 change. So right now, good trade back up to 99,000. There goes Bitcoin. If that does take 100, then yeah, I think makes plays like HUD 8, makes plays like this, BTCT. And look, there goes Rigetti again. Not that anybody had it, but we'll hit the siren. Hey, because if you were looking at it, maybe you did. Just a little bounce there off VWAP. And the reason why I celebrate is because it just went right back into, again, another area of possible resistance. So even though the market is at the high spot right now, I don't think that you want to trade a name that's sort of drifted back in. The good thing is it's already at VWAP. So if it's going to bounce, it's going to be here. So if it doesn't, that means it didn't hold. And I don't think it's worth the risk holding this back below 40s right now on RGTI.
I like this question.
Yeah, good.
We appreciate all the questions we get in the chat. I love them all. It's just we both have daughters here.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention.
Obviously, it was Todd Edwards in the chat. Shout out to you. By the way, if you want to be in the chat, we're probably going to answer a bunch of questions. 40 minutes to go. Volume's not very high here. So hit the subscribe. Obviously, hit the like as well, but join the chat, hit the subscribe. It's a subs-only chat, and feel free to add us with any questions or throw something in there interesting. If, I assume you mean if I were or if you were, it's one of those. So either you're buying for your daughter or we would buy for our daughters. Yeah, if you were to buy your daughter a stock, which one would be a good one long-term? So if you're going to make me pick one, I'm going to say let's not pick an ETF to just make it a little bit more fun. But when looking at the absolute long term, my daughter is seven years old. So I think if I'm a generally conservative type person, when I look at the future of this Mag 7, and I get it, you're supposed to call this, maybe we're calling it the Batman. We're calling it Batman. Which one am I sure is going to be a bit of a blowout? and going to be like not go sideways, but still be in whatever we're calling the top 7 or the top 8 30 years from now. The same way Microsoft went from one generation of top stocks to the next generation of top stocks, because it's the only one. The 4 horsemen, does anybody know what they are? Well, I mean, the only ones that are left from that era, the only one left from that era is Microsoft. The 2 that I would bet on that have the best chance of that, I feel like, are Meta and Nvidia. So I think those are the ones. The Meta, because I feel like the VR hardware is going to be unbelievable for the future advertising. And I would say Google as well. But the safest one would be Nvidia. It's just, at the end of the day, AI is not going anywhere. So I think you want to bet on a theme, and they're a leader in AI regardless. So if you're looking for the absolute long term, it was a great dip buy just recently. I think it makes a ton of sense. But I would not argue with Meta one bit. I wouldn't argue with Google one bit. I don't think necessarily Apple, Microsoft, I don't think they're the same jam. I think you go with one of those safe ones. For a hero play, I'd want to think about that one a little bit longer. But when I think of for a 7-year-old, just buy and hold to the next iteration, I feel like you can't go wrong with Nvidia, and Meta would be my second. And I'm just picking the safe ones because that's what I'd do for my daughter.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're having some fun lasagna tonight. So we're going outside the box a little bit there. Yeah, normally we'll have like a pot roast or something. There was a good question there in the chat. I've also, we want to have Jeopardy immediately. So also we are down for questions for Adara as well. So maybe we could do Jeopardy. Adara could be involved if that's possible. I have no idea. Oh, she's one hosting. Okay, so Adara will be involved.
Adara is hosting
with
Jeopardy.
the Jeopardy as well. So, yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna have some fun just coming up in just a couple of minutes. So that Rigetti, I still have it up. It's still not doing anything right now. Okay, so as far as picking a stock for the future, I don't know. I mean, for all the tech names, I don't think you can really miss with any of that. Obviously, I like Amazon as well. But what about a stock? We've talked about, if you want to get a little bit more conservative, you could do an Amazon, a Walmart or a Costco. I think those stocks aren't going anywhere either. I actually like Uber on this dip as well. And this might sound a little bit crazy, but even though Tesla is valued where it is right now, I still think that that's another pick for the next 15 years at least, where, I mean, will there be any other profitable EV companies ever? I'm just, that might not exist.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Like, at what point are you getting an EV?
For me, my dad said something really funny. He's like, the minute you have to worry about the price of gas is the minute you're in the ground. Because I would never do it for trying to save money on gas.
No, that's not. I don't think that's.
It's right. So for me, it's like it have to be a point where it's really impacts the environment. And right now, I'm not even sure the book is out yet on if these are actually even any good for the environment, and the fact that the batteries and how they are taken from the mines, and how the different work environments of people that are taking them from these mines, so on and so forth. But that's to get a little woke on that situation. So for me, I don't think it matters. Like I would buy an EV name today or tomorrow, or I would buy a gas-powered or oil-based as well. I like the fact that there's no maintenance.
Well, that's sort of the thing I really like about them.
That is something where I could get down with,
It's a simplicity thing. I feel like for myself, it's just like you can have, if you have 2 vehicles as a household, it's like, why not? Like, I have a car that all I use it for, outside of driving to work today because there's no traffic, is to drive to the station and back. It jumps around. I take my daughter to sports inside of my neighborhood in the city. It's like that would make sense for me, just having EV, low maintenance. I don't know why.
What I'm thinking is, though, is like, if you're going to use it that little, to me, it's not worth the premium of paying an EV.
Well, I also believe that, I also believe in supporting the industry so we can get past some of the humps that you talk about.
Right.
And when I want to adapt that, part of it, I don't love the whole cold weather factor. I feel like I'd feel differently if I was somewhere where you didn't have some of those concerns. But it's an interesting thought experiment. Candidly, I own a bunch of Tesla. I love Tesla, and I have no qualm saying it. I own some Rivian too, but I'm probably not buying Rivian. But yeah, it's just an interesting thought experiment for sure. And look, I know we got another super chat before. I know we're going to do a little bit of Jeopardy with Adara. She's going to be hosting. But there were 2 super chats. Easy peasy. Thank you very much for the super chat in here. We appreciate you. Merry Christmas right back at you. Make sure you and yours have a great and a happy Christmas and spend as much time with your family and friends as possible. But I think there was another that we missed. Christopher Mulligan.
Ooh, what's up?
As well. Merry Christmas, Neil and Sean, the whole Trade TV Live gang. Thanks for a great trading year. How many Baileys and coffees is too many at noon? Well, I mean, it's to each their own. I think we all have, as long as you're responsible.
I mean, if you're looking at the screens and you're not sure what stock it is,
well, then it could be.
Yeah, I mean, that's the breaking.
But as long as you're not driving and you're at home and you're responsible and having fun, hey, to each their own. Always say be responsible. Are we ready for a little Jeopardy? Are we set up? Let's get this party started. No? Yes.
Hi guys, welcome to Trader TV Live Jeopardy, or Trader TV Live does Jeopardy. We're going to be hosting here. There are 6 categories from which to choose. These categories are stock market history, holiday spending trends, Christmas movies and money, famous investors and Santa, best of tickers, and economics of the holidays. So, which category will you be selecting?
Oh, what? There's actually a board? Okay. All right, Neil, you're up first, man. You're up first.
Age before beauty, man.
Age before beauty?
I'm just messing up.
What about if I'm both? Okay, so then I'll go. All right, so
I don't know.
I'm going to go holiday spending trends for 300, please, Adara.
Okay, perfect. So just so you guys know how it's going to be, we're going to be giving you the questions. You will be answering, and you must answer in the form of a question. If you get it wrong, then we'll switch to the next person. And with that in mind, holiday spending trends for 300. Let's get it. So,
Do you have to buzz
Sean,
in here?
what is the average amount a U.S. consumer spends
Down.
on holiday gifts?
No, hold on. He went to the wrong question. It's the second row, my guy. Right,
Holiday
okay.
spending trends for 300? 200?
Holiday spending trends for 300. So
Holiday spending trends for 300. So what is the average amount a U.S. consumer spends on holiday gifts?
Okay, what was the average money amount spent the consumer? All right, $800 is, what is $800?
That is correct, Sean.
What?
That is correct.
Okay.
Huh?
I had
$800
in your face, Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
All right,
Sean,
1-0.
what's your next question that you'd like to pick here?
300. Oh, I get to go again. Okay. Christmas movies and money there because we're on it for $100.
Christmas movies and money for $100.
It's over.
Hey, I'm up $300 by the way right now.
It's over.
In Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, what is Kevin's father's credit card brand? So what is the brand of Kevin's father's credit card in
American
Home Alone
Express. What is American Express?
2? That is correct,
It's
Sean.
ridiculous.
Congratulations.
What was that for?
Now, you're still up. What's
That was
next?
100. Okay, stock market history for 200, please.
Stock market history for 200. So, Sean, in what year did the stock market crash known as Black Monday occur?
29? Why do I not know that?
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Neil, would you like to steal it?
What?
So here's the question that you
should've
can
been
steal
paying
from Sean. In what year did the stock market crash known as
More than $12.
Black Monday occur?
31.
Okay. In what year? So it's stock market history for 200.
Right.
In what year did the stock market
Stock market
crash
history.
known as Black Monday occur?
1931.
That is incorrect.
Okay,
What was
great.
the
So we
answer?
both suck. What is the year?
Obi wants to
Obi's
steal.
gonna go for a steal. Obi, what year is it? That is incorrect, Obi.
Obi said
2020.
2024.
Obi said 2024.
That
Why
is
doesn't Obi
incorrect,
come sit over here?
unfortunately. So
What was the? What
the
was
right number was 1987.
Why don't
yeah.
Why don't we just scrap
I'm
this
thinking
idea? This idea is not working right now. All right, Dare, let's go back to the desk and let's just keep trading.
Okay, because I was saying it was.
We can still hear everybody's mic. Do we want to keep going or? We can't hear. Okay, we don't have it properly set up. Okay, well, that was Stock Market Jeopardy, and I win, so there you go. So, all right, thank you very
I had
much.
to make sure not to
Neil
look
answered
at the
one
chat.
question. Yeah, I was trying not. I was way too fast. I was literally pausing.
By the way, just everybody, Tesla just broke out. We have another fresh high on Tesla. Just very, very.
I mean, the market is breaking.
The Nasdaq's about to get to
now.
22,000. There's only 30 minutes to go. Just here's Tesla, yada, yada, yada. Should have, well, whatever. This breakout was not worth a hold. But we just got to 455 here. Tagged it, broke it. Just a reminder on Tesla, this is not nothing. We have a local top at 456. So good look here. You do want to respect this high. It's obviously been resistance to support to resistance one more time here. It looks like it's going to be a big time runner. Like at the end of the day, I wasn't expecting us to break 22K on the Nasdaq. ES at highs, but we're at 22,000 right now. Tesla's the only one I see going. If you guys see anything else, what else is running here? Nvidia's not going. It seems like a very much a Tesla thing. What is Apple doing? What's going to get us to hold above 22? Apple's just barely above VWAP. Yeah, you need a couple of things to run more than just Tesla. We showed Broadcom wasn't doing much of anything. Alphabet, just double checking. Alphabet's at VWAP. We need something to sustain this move. I don't want to believe if only Tesla wants to go here. Like it's not. I don't think that's enough. But we're breaking 22. We're at 22,000 right now. I shouldn't say we're breaking.
Right.
We're at it. And I was just looking across the board to look at a few constituents. I mean, yeah, you're getting bounces off of VWAP. I guess if you can have the names that are not languishing, that are lagging this move a bit and aren't at their highs, if some of the big ones can just even push into the top, that could be enough to take us through and hold through. Like Nvidia just lost VWAP on my chart. Like Nvidia's like distinctly different. So like it's underneath VWAP and pulling back here. So you're going to need some help for this NASDAQ to press 22. And I understand like it'd be fun if it could break out, but I don't think you want to get caught like pushing through this high on the futures if you're trading the futures or just trying to join a bunch of names here. Because I see Tesla going and nothing else, to be honest.
I almost feel like we just should trade that one.
It's only Tesla.
Nvidia doing? No, Nvidia's still underneath VWAP.
Nothing else.
You want to trade names that are, you definitely want to trade names that are strong. So we already talked about Rigetti losing that. I just want to, because we went over to the stock market, Jeopardy there. Thanks. That was fun. We'll see if we can get it going again in a second. But there's a nice move down in through 1140. So that was that break that we had talked about. If it did break backs there, we didn't really want to be part of it. So there's the VWAP back in. So good trade there. Just checking on some of the other names that we had traded here today. Palantir. Okay, so we did go long. It did pop through. That could be a trade later on during the day. We had AAL with some moves earlier on today. Some Mexico Central Bank, something happening right now. All right, so AAL, nice move there. Does get going up through 1725. You know, you break that, then maybe there's a little bit of a sail through, right? That's the high of the day. So we are getting ready to maybe break through on American Airlines. Still down on the day with a positive market, so it doesn't really, you know, equate for something that I would be overly looking at right now, but that is AAL trying to come through here.
MST, the Bitcoin pulled back a little bit too.
Okay,
I don't think we got enough to sustain this move. Like,
Uber Meta.
yeah, and you're already, so you now have a bit of a topping tail here that just happened. So this is what it now looks like on the 15 of the NASDAQ. So when you look across the board, you see Tesla go and see everything else not go. This was the push into 22,000, and with nothing else going, you're already starting to see it pull back in there. Yeah, it might have actually been an opportunity to look short. So that Nvidia off VWAP, maybe it's too late. Yeah, it's too late there. Like Nvidia's lost VWAP here. I don't know if I'd short Tesla at the highs, but the fact that you're not breaking that 22,000, it is 330. I had a quick peek to see if there was anything on the early looking bounces. There isn't, at least not yet. But remember, we have 28 minutes until the close. That means we have 18 minutes until the imbalances come out. So just remember the timeline here. You're going to see, as normal, the functions of the close are all the same as they normally would be. I just wouldn't expect anything crazy on the locator. I wouldn't necessarily expect any, you know, like the volume that you would usually see at the close. I wouldn't be expecting that. So just be, you know, have eyes and ears open, obviously, for anything that is an opportunity, but you know, don't overtrade this. Like, I haven't seen anything that was really juicy. I feel like Tesla, if we can catch a bit of a bid, that would make some sense. I think Nvidia maybe at VWAP is starting to look interesting, but this locator is not really giving us anything. And we're not expecting any index actions or anything like that. You don't see that on the half day.
No, there shouldn't be anything going on
much
today,
downward.
yeah, for us to really worry about as far as indexes and all that are concerned. So thank you, everybody, for joining us here as we get ready for a little bit of a holiday. We're going to have a little bit of a fun little holiday Jeopardy session coming through here for everybody in just a matter of minutes. So when that's there, thank you so much to Iltech Surgeon right there. Thank you so much for the $10. He says, or she says here, happy holidays, the team. I've made massive changes with my investing account. Come to the screen here. We can show this. Since following the channel, thank you so much for following and not just listening, but making calls and just understanding the market a little bit better. We try to not make only the right calls, just try to make educated guesses and whatnot, and try to answer questions to the best of our abilities. And we want to thank everybody for continuously supporting the stream and the show as we can add more and more to it. So good, and thank you for all of that. Just quickly, did Amazon get to 230 yet? Almost. Right there, 229 and change. Okay, so that's not really coming into play. There was one that was breaking the top earlier today that I was like, oh man, if that ever gets there. Obviously it wasn't Coinbase.
MicroStrategy.
No, it wasn't MSTR. There was one. It was a name that we don't normally look at. Crow. All right, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out what it was. But there was something for sure that I was like, oh man, it might not get there, but it might. Oh, I know what it was. It was Reddit. Okay, so let me just check out Reddit here. Right, so Reddit does not get to that level. This was another name that I didn't think would get to 180. But if you're looking here on a daily, this is what it was for sure, because there it was right there. I was like, oh man, if this goes, especially with the fact that it's still relatively underowned, this name could be one of those ones there. Reddit, like it for sure. Upside there on Reddit, breaking through 180. I think that if there's going to be, again, like I spoke to my elder kid there, and he was like, the social media that he uses the most, and I don't know, he lumped Reddit into there. So he said Reddit, and it's like, I said, okay, let's just say there was something going on in the Middle East, or there was like some sort of a event that you wanted to find information on. He said that his number one choice would be going to Reddit. So the fact that he had said that, and he's big into tech, that's means something there. So I guess the problem is that X is like, it's unfiltered. Like, depending on who you're following, you go in there and it's like anybody, can have an opinion and put it there, and it shows up right there on your feed. I think that, and I know there's ways around all of that with
Reddit's
AI.
good. I mean, there's a lot of things good about Reddit, but one of the things I like about it is you kind of know where to go for what you want. Like I'll be the first. Like if I have an issue with my car, I'm going to Reddit. It's that simple. If there's something around the house, I'm like, oh, I have this question about this. I'll go to Reddit too. Like sometimes it's easy to go to YouTube to watch somebody do a video, something very simple. Like, but for like if it's a little bit of a bigger issue, or like if you want like a hack or fix this problem on the house, and I'm just going to Reddit, and you can always find the right information, and it'll be a group or community that's. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it.
Thing. Yeah,
that said, you've seen you've seen the daily chart of this thing, but this is one of the most impressive. So everything about that channel on AMD down that is stunk, it's the literal opposite on Reddit, yet somehow more parabolic. Like this thing has higher highs, and it's not exactly on the supports. The support's incredibly clean. Let's try to remember this, and I wish I'd paid more attention to this the way we're paying attention to the down channel on AMD. Because look at it hold. Since the October breakout, the higher lows are just holding like champions on the way back in. So until this thing closes a couple of days underneath here, why not just look by the dip on each of these? I just heard Obi just say what's going on with Nvidia.
I'm watching it.
What's happening?
It just fell $2 or something.
Whoa.
I mean, this is the thing. Like, these stories can happen at any time, right? So there's the drop from 141. I mean, could be that there's not too many buyers around. I mean, the volume is picking up, obviously, right there, coming back in. So big volume candle there, spike down on Nvidia. Like, I feel like I have Benzing in my ear, but I don't.
Whoa, Palantir just dropped $1.
Well, the whole market. Yeah, I mean, they're saying
Nvidia's the big
shares of Nvidia falling back in a little bit here. We'll have to find out. You said Palantir as well. I mean, that's going to be another big stock. No, Palantir is fine. Yeah, more like Nvidia, more like AMD. Let's have a quick look there as well. Okay, so there's going to be something there about Nvidia, obviously, that we're going to see in just a couple seconds. But yeah, AMD doing nothing. Check in on some of the other big names there. Broadcom. All right, Broadcom's nicely down as well. Broadcom falling about $2 there in the last 10 minutes or so, but it's definitely not as dramatic as we look at the chart here for what used to be my friend Nvidia. All right, well, wow, what a bottom that was. 138.70 looks to be the bottom. They're now up $1 from that. So if you were just like, hey man, this is nothing, well, congratulations, because you got a nice little winner there, as it's back up $1 on that news. That's why it's like you have to be on the screen, you know, to hit that. I actually saw it up there and saw it falling. I actually didn't realize that it had fallen this dramatically. But yeah, it did do that on volume spike there. I don't see any news, but when we do get it, we'll discuss it. So right now, yeah, falling out of favor here, Nvidia.
Yeah, it's always possible, and especially on a day like today, that there wasn't news. It could have. It can just be as simple as technical break, and there's no liquidity. Sometimes that happens. Like a fat finger is a bit of a bigger deal on a day like today. Any kind of a big order tries to go through, and the liquidity for whatever reason dries up, and then you can see something like this. This is why you don't want to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar or overtrade in the afternoon. Like if you're in a long, you could have a stop miss if you use a limit order. And then if you have a market order, you could get a lot more slippage than you were anticipating. But yeah, that was very much, it was Nvidia and then a few other things with slight moves. I would say Broadcom got the second worst of it. But even then, it's just not nearly as bad. Like we dropped what, $1.50 here on Broadcom, but and managed to hold on to VWAP there. And they appreciate the super chat, Vasily. We'll keep our ears to the ground. You could speculate all you want about why Nvidia just dropped. Could be technical breakdown, like I said. Could just be a bit of a volume issue, a liquidity issue. We didn't hear anything, and I went over to X and didn't see anything that anyone was necessarily tweeting specifically about Nvidia, unless it was just referencing the fact that there was a volume event. So right now, the story would just be that it lost the bid.
I mean, that's all the way back to one.
Like mini flash crash, I suppose people would call that on Nvidia. That's fair.
All right. So I think we are ready to retry the Holiday Jeopardy. So
hi guys, Holiday Jeopardy is back. Jeopardy is back in session, and also again, I just want to say quickly here, Nvidia, I did not find any news. The only thing I saw, as Neil mentioned on X, was just downside watch, which means we are down. It dropped. We don't know why yet. So if I do see anything, of course, I'll let you guys know. But right now, we're going to be looking here at Jeopardy. Your categories from which to choose are stock market history, holiday spending trends, Christmas movies and money, famous investors and Santa, festive tickers, and economics of the holidays. So, Neil, we'll start with you. Which category would you like to choose?
I'll go Christmas, movies, and money for 500.
Christmas movies and money for 500. Which 1946 Christmas movie became a classic despite initial box
What the heck
office
is the name of it? Shoot. Oh, I know this movie. Oh, it's going to kill me because it's the one with... Oh, you're killing me. How can I possibly forget this? Rich banking guy who's greedy and the guy who has everything he needs but he's poor. And I can't remember the name of the movie. So, you're kidding me. I can picture it in my head. Henry Fonda, but I have no idea the name of the movie. I'm blanking.
how much is this for?
Oh, What Is This, A Wonderful Life?
That is correct.
I had to time out there. I had to.
Yeah.
But I knew it was Henry Fonda. By the way, the score is wrong. Sean has 400. I kept this sticky because I saw it malfunction.
I mean, everyone's saying it in the chat. It's like...
So now, Neil, you get to choose again. Which category
I've closed the chat.
would you like to choose?
Same category, 400.
Same category, for Christmas movies and money for $400. In Gremlins, 1984, I'm going to have to read this because my eyes are not that good. In Gremlins 1984, this is the year in which the movie was made, Randall Peltzer buys Gizmo as a gift for Billy. How much does he pay for the mysterious Mogwai?
What is $100? I have no idea.
That is incorrect, unfortunately.
What is $200?
So unfortunately, Sean, this answer is already on the screen, so that is a no answer. Oh boy, indeed. With that in mind, you know what? We'll give Sean, you get to choose the next one here. Which would you like to go with?
All right. How about festive tickers for 200?
Festive tickers for 200 for Sean. Festive tickers for 200.
Nordstrom. What is Nordstrom's?
This company.
Festive tickers for 300.
That is correct.
This one is going to
Festive tickers for 300. This tech company, ticker DC.
Oh, no.
Manufactures storage devices that see an uptick in sales and as gifts and upgrades during the holiday season.
Western Digital. What is Western Digital?
That is correct.
400.
This company, so this could be for 400 festive tickers.
This ticker's too easy. This one's too easy.
Festive tickers for 400.
I've closed the
Coming up
chat,
right
by
here.
the way.
This company ticker CEG provides energy services and
Constellation.
infrastructure.
What is Constellation Energy?
That is correct. What's your next category, Sean?
Yep, whatever the next one is. 500.
Okay. Oh, this one's a bit trickier, Sean. Let's get ready.
I can't.
CHRW represents a logistics company that experiences higher demand during the holiday shipping season.
CHRW?
CHRW.
I have no. I don't even have a guess. Pass.
I'd like to pass it to Neil. Neil, what's your answer?
CHRW? Yeah, you know what? I have no idea. No clue.
Correct answer is C.H. Robinson.
Oh, okay. Well, I've heard of them, but I've
Okay.
never.
Neil,
Yeah, wouldn't have reasonably got that.
which category are we going with, Neil?
Let's go with what's the last one? I can't read that.
Economics of the holidays.
Let's go with that for 500.
Okay, economics of the holidays for 500, please. Online holiday shopping during Cyber Week surpassed this dollar threshold in 2023. What is it?
Online shopping holiday for Cyber Week. All right, let's go with, I don't know, $2 billion.
$2 billion is incorrect.
Dude, I'm supposed to be able to guess. No?
Yeah,
Is that how
Sean is
Jeopardy
supposed
works?
to be able to.
That's way too fast.
We'll give Sean a cut, and then we go to the answer.
All right.
So, unfortunately, sorry about that, Sean. Sean, it's your
Festive
guess anyway.
tickers for 100.
Festive tickers for 100 for Sean.
That one's cheap.
Ticker HSY represents a company famous for its chocolate products, which see strong
Oh, thank
holiday
God.
sales.
Okay, what is Hershey's?
That is correct. Sean, what's your next guess?
All right. I was like HSY almost got me there. All right, let's go to economics of the holiday again. Those seem to be fun. Let's do
Economics of the
100. Let's start at the top.
Economics of the holidays for 100,
Yeah, let's start at the
please.
top.
What is the term for the financial boost businesses see during the holidays?
Financial boost businesses see
During the holidays.
Santa Claus rally. Is that the stock market?
Is that your answer?
What is the term for the financial boost? Yes, but it's not right. What is the Santa Claus rally?
That is incorrect. Neil, would you like to steal?
I
Oh,
would-
it says it at the bottom.
I wouldn't have known that anyway. So it's the
I was thinking about that. I was
the
thinking
seasonal
about I
uptick?
was thinking about something like the holiday, like Boone or something
Your
like
turn,
that.
Neil.
Okay, let's go to. I need to see the board. Let's go famous inventors in Santa for 500.
Famous inventors in Santa for 500, please. You said 500. Yes, 500.
Ooh. Who is
So-
Santa Claus?
Famous inventors in Santa. Santa Claus rallies are typically attributed to what investor behavior during the holiday season? We will accept one of two answers here.
What is bullish? Behavior? Like it's very ambiguous.
Yeah,
That's for 500?
bullish. I'll give it to you. It's close enough. I'll give it to Neil. Neil gets 500.
Let me see.
don't
What
like
is
that
the
question.
Santa Claus rally? Is what it, you know?
That was not the answer either, so I'll give
No. The question was
Neil's turn.
what behavior is the rally?
But it's just like no, but like
All right, let's go on.
no. I'd like to know what you thought the answer would be though. That should be a wash. Let's go to
Oh,
400. Let's go to 400.
Yeah, it was right.
400?
Bullish is right.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Let's go to 400.
I thought
Let's-
bullish was right. Go to 400, please. Famous inventors in Santa. Investors in Santa for 400?
400.
400. This investor is known for saying the stock market is filled with individuals who know the price of everything but the value of nothing. Which investor is it?
Not Buffett.
That's a
It's a tougher one.
that's a tougher one.
Did
Oh my God.
Did Jimmy Chill say that one? Who's Jim Cramer? How about that? Because I'm not sure. I don't think it's Buffett. So
I'll go with who is Warren Buffett.
you like Buffett?
Both of you are incorrect. The correct
No.
answer is Philip Fisher. Sean, your
I feel
turn.
like I know Buffett one.
Pick a category and
All right, let's go with holiday spending trends for 100, please, Adara.
holiday spending trends for $100. What percentage of holiday shoppers? Oh, I'm seeing a different holiday spending trends for 100. I have a different answer here. We'll go with this one. The day after Thanksgiving, known for shopping deals, is called what? What do we call the day after Thanksgiving?
What is Black Friday?
That is correct.
Right.
for $400.
That was an easy one.
Or 100,
Let's just
I
go
don't
down the
know.
line then. Let's go to the next question, 200.
Next one,
Same
200?
category.
Okay.
Or 300, 300.
300? Okay.
Where's 200?
What is the average? Oh,
Ooh.
Cyber Monday was first introduced in what year?
Ooh. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, how do 2012?
That is incorrect. Neil, would you like to steal?
What is 2006?
So close, but incorrect. Correct year, 2005.
Darn, that was a good one.
was a really good one.
I'll ask that later
Neil,
on.
would you like to pick a question here?
The only reason I actually knew, because it was around the time
you
we had
knew?
our campus office.
Okay.
Like when we opened our office in 04, 05, around that time.
2005.
Whatever.
Eh? Okay.
Let's go
Address.
back to famous investors in
close,
Santa
way
for
too late, I
300,
guess.
please.
Famous investors in Santa for $300. Warren Buffett's
Favorite
I'm
drink.
seeing different things here. Okay, Warren Buffett's favorite drink, Coca-Cola, helped popularize Santa's modern image by using him in their advertisements. In which year did they first feature Santa in a holiday campaign?
This the 300 question?
That's right.
Yes, it is.
You don't know the exact year of this, Neil? Oh, very
What
common.
year?
Yo, Brancos, how's it going, Brancos and
Oh, we've been
Ovi?
there for so long.
What are these guys?
And you guys have I'm just like watching.
We're too focused on the questions here.
I also
Dara.
apparently just lost 400 points for taking too much time here. What is
exactly. I'm
first
dominating
year
this.
they used Santa? I have no idea. What is 1967? I don't know.
That is incorrect.
What is 1950? What is
You
1950?
were also incorrect. It is 1931.
Yo, I want my 400 points back, by the way.
I should probably get back for the imbalances, but
1 minute for the imbalances.
we have 1 minute to the imbalances.
Well, another question. Who cares about the
One
imbalances? Okay. All right. So famous Christmas movies, 200.
Christmas movies for 200. Okay. In A Christmas Carol, what is the name
Scrooge.
of the miserly character?
All right. Perfect. Next. 200 more for me. All right. 300.
Okay. Christmas movies and money for $300, please.
Grinch. Who is the Grinch?
No, that is incorrect, Sean.
Whoville.
What is Whoville? Get out of here.
What is
Get out
Whoville?
of here. Incorrect. Steal. What is Whoville? Thank you. Boom.
Damn it.
Let's go with stock market
happening?
history. Stock market history for 500.
Stock market history for 500, please. Stock market history for 500. What year marked the Great Depression's stock market crash?
What is 1931?
That is incorrect, Sean. Would you like to steal?
29.
That's
Oh my
correct.
God, why did I say 31?
Bang! This is what we're talking about, baby.
I did it twice.
This is what we're talking about.
Nvidia, 1 million to sell.
All right, that has been Stock Market Jeopardy. And thank you so much, Adara. Thank you, everybody
leave me
else.
hanging, brother.
All right, good one there. I guess I could open the chat up again. My bad. All right, so let's go over here. That was fun. We'll do that again. Thank you. Fabian worked really hard on that, so I want to thank Fabian.
Yeah, he was like, we gotta make
that
sure we
one.
play it.
So,
Thank you. Where is my
Thank you so much, Fabian. Yeah, here we go, man. It's good to go right now. NYSE, Nvidia, Intel, IBIT, all of them. All right, so let's go over to Nvidia with a sell imbalance. So I don't know, did someone get word of an imbalance there maybe on that sell? I mean, it just came all the way back up. Barcoded volume right now. We did not hear a story for that. I was sort of hoping that maybe it would tell a story, but it looks like it just bounced right back up. Although the market is near the highs of the day, for Nvidia to be down, maybe there's something there as well. Cisco, 700,000 to buy for Cisco. That looks like it's starting to go to the
Tesla
upside.
460.
All right, so Tesla's rocking. Bitcoin and IBIT 98 and change.
Wow, unbelievable Tesla. Tesla is chewing up volume like Chrome is chewing up my PC right now. This is ridiculous. I need to switch to another browser, but $460 for Tesla, 7% to the upside. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Merry Christmas to all and to all. Fresh highs on Tesla. There's really nothing I can rhyme with that. So have a little fun with it. Obviously, I don't think you can chase this move, but whomever the buyer is in the afternoons on Tesla, they're back, baby, and they're back with a vengeance. Remember last week or 2 weeks ago, we saw it for like 9 days out of 10 or 8 days out of 10. You had a buy program that emerged late in the day on Tesla. Well, I don't know what's going to happen on Boxing Day. I won't be here for when it happens, but probably worth taking a look at Tesla from 330 on, just in case this pattern keeps on happening. It's been one of those situations where if it just starts going, join it. And then do it every single day until it's not there. It looks like it's back there on Tesla. Obviously, as Sean mentioned, the fact that there was a sell imbalance on Nvidia would probably have had a bigger effect if it hadn't dumped already. So it's not doing a heck of a lot. Nvidia, it stays flat on the day. It actually was a fun day this morning. I think for a lot of traders, just make whatever it was on the breaks long in the morning. And I suppose if you'd done a few reversions, they would have worked well. Like, who would have thought just shorting Nvidia would have looked good on the turn? But yeah, hindsight's going to be 2020. I just saw in the chat, look at Nuke. So shout out to Kritika. Hopefully I got that right. I could have got that wrong in the chat.
Yeah, probably did.
But Nuke, which is down precipitously, did catch a little bit of a bid here. It still hasn't even done 1 million shares worth of volume. I would argue, and I think it's safe to say, this is still looking a little bit on the back end of things. When those low float runners go, it looks like it's still on the back end of it. I appreciate everybody. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes in the chat. I plan on having some fun with the family. I've worked on my birthday sometimes on Boxing Day, but this time my daughter gets really excited if I spend it at home. She loves the whole breakfast in bed thing where I have to pretend not to be awake, and then she comes in when she brings toast and whatever and my morning coffee. So it's fun to be able to do that with the family, and that's what it's all about here. I have to admit, I kind of like this lasagna idea that you guys are going with, because we like the off-brand Christmas Eve as well. And we're doing tacos.
Ooh.
Because we like doing something different that's not, if we do a Christmas dinner, but it's for like Christmas Eve.
Right.
And we're like, well, it's Tuesday, and my daughter loves tacos. She's like, why don't we do tacos?
Tuesday?
I'm like, done.
Taco
Keep it
Tuesday.
simple. So we're going, because we always do something untraditional.
Did you ever see the Lego movie with Taco Tuesday there?
Oh yeah, she loves it.
Yeah. That was
She loves the Lego.
classic. All right, 5 minutes to go right there. Yeah, happy holidays to everybody. IBIT up 6%, so good day there for anybody that sort of traded some IBIT into the close. They're closing near the highs. As Bitcoin doesn't get to 100, doesn't get to, did it get to 99? But 98 and change right now, 98.7, good enough in my books. I think we break 100 soon as the momentum to the north side here for Bitcoin.
130, I think we break it.
Lost the Bitcoin. Here's a Bitcoin chart right here, right now. I just wanted to show you. There it goes. So nice straight up, straight up move there for BTC going higher right now. As you can see, right, we talked about the trend breaker there, the 200 period. So if you are long this and you're wondering where I think a good spot to get out would be is in and around 95, right where that is right now. So I think if you break back down below, you probably, I mean, if you're fine holding it to 92 or 93, I still like the long in Bitcoin, so I don't know if you want to get out. But that's a good spot there. Watch out for the trend change there on BTC. Nothing but love for the upside there on crypto. I think it'll be 100 by the time I see you next. Nvidia, so it does have that dip, then the rip. Not even really a rip. We're now just battling with 140. We can check out if Palantir goes out at highs today. It looks like it will. The previous high, I thought was in and around 82 for PLTR. Yeah, 82.02 was its last and best ever close. So we'll be in and around there today. 82.02 coming through for Palantir. So that's, if we can close there, great. We had a great, I mean, like Neil mentioned there, we only had 2 trades today. That was Palantir. We tried it right there again. We had it huge in the morning, small, if not nothing right there. And then we actually tried Nvidia again as well, right into there, right before we left you. Nvidia. So big trade off the open and then a big move intraday on Nvidia that we just missed. And then now right here. So pretty barcoded throughout the morning, throughout the midday. Even though it seems like it shouldn't be morning yet, or afternoon yet, but the market's closed in 4 minutes. Rigetti looks like it'll go out at 11:40 or so. Amazon did try to get up to 230, no can do there. Apple 260-ish, 258 was the high. It looks like it will close at the high there on a nice rally late day there on Apple. So people talking about, look, I love Robinhood.
I was going to say, look at this thing today.
39, why is it that low? I didn't even realize Robinhood was that low, to be honest with you, but nice move back up there for Robinhood. That's a buy for sure. I like that stock.
It bounced 50 period.
Oh, man.
Almost. Okay.
I didn't realize it was that low.
Check that. It almost got to the 50 period. To say it bounced in front of the 50 period moving average on the daily recently, probably headed right back to the highs. If you like a stock and it's supporting the 50 period moving average on the daily chart, then you want to buy that stock. If it's something that you don't already have, like everything you want in, Meta just did something similar to that. You have to give respect and shout out. Tesla it's not exactly losing volume at this high. Tesla just put in the biggest volume candle since the morning, but all afternoon, right
rip
here.
at the end of the day again.
Like, it's just, like, this is insane, this program. Like I said, like, if this program buy is still on, I should have pulled up a 15-minute because then you could get a better sense of it. It stopped doing it when we tested the 480 level, but there were so many days where you get like a parabolic candle in there, parabolic candle in there, parabolic candle, parabolic. Sometimes it goes $10, other times, like this move was 10, this move here was 76 to 90. That's like $14 move to the upside. Today, you've got an $8 move to the upside. But the key is, it's just like all green bars. And it does it, and then it keeps going, whether on a 3-minute or a 15-minute. So, like, Tesla's a story. Like it, I don't care what you think of it, but when the program gets turned on, you should want to join this. So, a lot of fun look, it's fun for everybody. The ES and both the ES and the Nasdaq are going to close, as they should on a day like today. They're going to close at fresh highs.
Yeah, right back at you there, Chef Joe, before he goes. That's another industry that kind of gets a little bit of a bad rap. I mean, I don't feel sorry. I know Neil talked about this, the athletes. Like, how about all the people that don't make hundreds of millions of dollars that have to work on Christmas? Shout out to all of you, and shout out to Chef Joe as well. And thank you for everything, everybody, Uber drivers, all that kind of stuff out there as well. But hey, even if you're working, it doesn't matter. Put the work in, then go spend some time with your family. And just thank you so much for everybody for watching. It's been an absolutely great year, great holiday season. And the year's not over. We're back, obviously, for everybody that's in Canada. It's a holiday on the 26th. So obviously Neil's birthday, happy birthday. We'll still be here live, of course, even though it's a holiday in Canada, still open in the United States. Boxing Day only celebrated in Canada and the UK.
The UK, yeah.
So very interesting there. And Boxing Week deals start a couple weeks before. Like they started like at the beginning of December, it feels like, right there. But all right, with only 20 seconds to go, thanks to Bears vs. Bulls. Merry Christmas to you and yours as well. And for everybody out there, same. So here we go, 15 seconds left. It should be an exciting time in the household of many people heading tonight, and we'll look to that. And Adara, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you as well. 3, 2, and 1.
There it is.
All right. Oh, Australia.
Christmas bells ringing.
That would make sense there, I guess.
Oh, no way. Australia does it as well. It makes, I guess because it's...
the Commonwealth over. Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense there. So, okay. I don't know. Maybe India. I don't know. Anything with some British...
I don't know any other... Well, I mean, the West Indies are technically used to be Commonwealth, and they've never celebrated Boxing Day. To my knowledge, they don't celebrate Boxing Day.
I didn't even know Australia, but thanks.
No, you know what? I've always, it's fun. They have the good deals. Like, think of it like our Black Friday in Canada. So we get 2 Black Fridays. We get this and we get Boxing Day. So
there must be something similar in the States where everything just goes on sale like right after.
Like after. Or why wouldn't you do that? It's like the sales for
inventory blowout days.
I'm sure you got deals too. But all that matters here is that you have fun. Spend some time with your families, everybody.
What was that symbol? C.H. Robinson? Okay, I have to remember that now.
That one I can't get over that 300 question.
Which one?
Investor that we've never heard of.
Oh, yeah, and then somehow I got something right on there. What was it? I got the very first one we ever did.
It was the $800. It was the average amount of spending.
Yeah, I thought
for a U.S. household.
So I thought I had heard
that.
Yeah,
you must have read.
Yeah. Well, not read it. I must have heard it somewhere, but or I could have read it on X maybe. Reddit on X. You see Reddit.
Buy Reddit shares currently right now.
I like RDDT. Okay, that's it for us. All right. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Birthday. We won't see this guy on the 26th, but I think it'll be me and Obi or me and Joe. I'm not sure who it'll be. Obi? Is it Obi?
I think it's Obi.
All right, we'll figure out who it is.
Should be Obi.
Right there. Happy Holidays, Ramin, everybody part of this. Fabian, Adara, everybody. Sharif, Joe, Obi behind us, Brankles, Neil, everybody. All right. There it is. Hey, Adara. She's a mean one, Mrs. Grinch. Yeah, that's the thing.
And Mr. Grinch.
The Grinch. They could do another. They should do another spinoff. Like
the Grinch
should have a family.
The Grinch should have
beat the Mrs. Grinch, and they could have a bunch of Grinchlets running around and everything like that.
I stand by it.
All right, I need to. Okay,
I think
I need to contact a lawyer ASAP.
Right there.
Get this idea written down.
You might want to, but you might want to make some money off that.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. You know what's good. Make sure you have an awesome holiday. Drive safe. As always, drink, and party responsibly. We are Trader TV Live. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. We'll see you back on Boxing Day.
See ya.